Good afternoon. I do hope you are well. The weather has certainly changed, which is nice. Here in Brisbane, it's starting to get a little bit cooler, and that sunshine is just nice enough to bear, which is lovely. I was sitting here, I've got about half an hour before my next reading, and I thought maybe I could jump on quickly and turn some cards for people. I feel like there might be a few people out there that could do with a message. So if that's you, please let me know in the comments that you'd like me to turn a card for you. It's been a lovely day. Been a busy week, so much going on. Have you had a busy week? It's a bit light. Feels a bit Mercury in retrograde, even though it's not. It does feel like that at the moment. Communications are all a little bit crazy. I know I've had a few things going on, some interesting messages that I don't quite understand, but it's good. It's good. Things going on, some interesting messages. Oh, now you can hear me. Not too good at this technology yet, but getting there. Getting there. So I can see I've got some people watching, which is fantastic. Thank you very much for joining me. Would any of you like a card turned at all? I can't believe it's like the middle of April. It's like time's going really quickly, but quite slow at the same time. Ah, Tanya, yes. Good afternoon. Miss Raven, that's super cute. I will get a card for you now. Let's have a look. Hope you're having a good day. I do hope you're well. Oh, good. I've got a couple of people here to turn cards for. Let's have a look. Now, I'm just going to turn you one card, just maybe a general card, so just maybe the message for you at the moment. And Tanya, I do hope your dad is doing better. He's got a few things to sort out there. All right, let's have a look. And also, Tanya, I feel like you're going to have to change some dates on maybe you were going away or you had an appointment you've been waiting to go to or an event. And I just feel like you'll have to change that around a little bit. It's a bit inconvenient, but these things happen, as you well know. Let's have a look. Interesting, Tanya. You have turned here for me the spiritual strength card. All right. And this one is all about right now, maybe exactly what you're going through. This is saying that you have to be bigger than yourself, just like in the picture, bigger than yourself, and support the people around you or support someone around you. It's a hard time because quite often we have things going on in our own world and things that we need to do for ourselves and our own sort of, health and putting ourselves as a priority. But this card tells me right now, unfortunately, you're going to have to be bigger than yourself and support the people around you. Do wish you well with it. It's not a particularly bad card. It's just more about right now, the focus unfortunately is not going to be about you moving forward with things, but you helping other people move forward with things. But this too shall change. So I hope that was helpful. And yes, thinking of you. All right. And the next one. Now I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, aren't I? Is it Jordana? Is that close? With the one, it's Gordana. So this is your card, and I do hope you're well. Crazy times for everybody at the moment. So let's have a look. Oh, I'm really drawn down here for you. I'm going to dig through a little bit. Ah, this is interesting. interesting. You probably have a big decision going on at the moment. This is suffering in silence. And what this card is about is that you have gotten to the top of the cliff. It's kind of like you've gotten to the peak and now you're looking out to where you want to go next. This isn't a small decision. She's looking out at mountains. And what this is about is going, okay, I've got to make a decision about something. It could be around work. It could be around home. But you can't actually tell anyone about it. This just says here, this is why we're suffering in silence, because we're having to keep it to ourselves, make that decision. But at the moment, you do have some time to just ponder it. Do speak your truth. That's why it's a blue card. It's saying it's time to say what you really want. You know, make that decision with the heart. All right, and then use the head to make it happen. But definitely looking out on a big decision here. The universe is highlighting a particular way you can go, but some good advice from this card is at the moment, maybe keeping it to yourself, the decision that you need to make. But I think you'll get this right. 9, completion, so a good number there as well. But big decision around you. What you need to do is really just speak that truth. And I guess listen to, like I said, listen to your heart. But again, it's not a bad card because, well, you have choice, but it will be a big one that you'll be making. All right. We've got Rosalie here. We'll turn you a card. And Nikita. All right. Let's have a look. Oh, you bring me up here. Now, we do have, you know, I have good and bad cards in this deck that I use, and I've been using these cards now for about 15 years. And the reason I like that about them is, well, life's not always sweet, is it? And sometimes we need to have those warnings and those precautions. But these cards, pretty good. They don't let me down. All right, let's have a look. Another bit of a serious card here for you. All right, Rosalie, this one here is emotional withdrawal. So he's kind of sitting at the beach there in front of the water. So we've got lots of emotion. It's green for the heart chakra. But what this card is asking you to do is it's saying you need to take the emotion out of the decision that you need to make. It's like take the emotion out and do what's smart. You know, maybe it's, what's a good example about this, or what maybe we could look at here? Maybe you don't want to leave a property because it's one that you love and you've been there a very long time. However, you know, moving from that property would be smart because it's going to put money in the bank and it means you can move forward. So you need to take the emotion out. Take the guilt and fear out of the emotion, out of the decisions around you at the moment. So a bit of the opposite to what I had said with the last card. This one's sort of asking you, it's saying actually take the emotion out and do what's smart. Normally, I would say to someone at this point, what would your best friend tell you to do? And that's the kind of advice you need to listen to, people that are going to take the emotion out and really help you with this. Not a bad card, again, but it is a card that there's a lot of thinking involved and getting it right, which I believe that you will. But here again, just having to take the emotion out so that we can think straight, so we can get a good decision there. I like this card. So I hope that was helpful. You just have a look. Nikita. Let's have a look here. Oh, I feel like you're going to be celebrating something soon as well. Or you'll have some news, which is lovely. But around family, I think. All right, let's have a look. I'm going to dig in here. Fantastic card. This is the waiting game card. And this one here is all about, for a little while, we've been cutting the same laps. We've kind of been going around in circles, maybe feeling like we're not progressing very well, been waiting for something maybe to happen. And just like in this card, kind of walking around in circles. This card's actually saying here that the waiting game is over. So that's going to come to an end. We're going to get our answer. We're going to get our results. And here we actually start growing something with our time. All right, so you're going to actually move forward. It's going to be a good thing. However, here you have been kind of thinking about this for a while, or it has been hanging around for a while, or we've been going through the same cycle, and it's about this time round, things are going to change, and this is where we move forward and we start getting growth back. It's a purple card for the third eye, so there's a good chance there that you kind of can see this coming, that you're aware of what it is. But again, a good card because we're going to stop. The waiting game is over and we're going to start moving forward. I really like that card. Hello, Kaz. How are ya? You having a good day? How's your snake? Is he well? Okay, Kerry. I will pick a card for you, most definitely. Let's have a look. Oh my goodness, someone's left the TV on and I can hear. I think it's the Baywatch theme. That's going to take you back. That's going to give you the feels. All right, let's have a look. Okay, Kerry. Oh, some big decisions around you at the moment. Now, this card here is red because it's all about the base chakra. Oh, I'm missing my corner. They're slowly falling apart. This is right now we're looking at homework, money, and security. We're actually looking at everything sorted out. Here, he's standing back and he's looking at his money, his relationship, his home, his dreams. It's really a time now of sort of contemplating what you want from things, where you're going, sorting it out. Maybe more about, like it says, movement, choices, and decisions. Now's a really good time to get your plan. But normally standing your ground with this as well. So with it being the red and we go to the base chakra, that's about what makes us feel safe. That's what makes us feel secure. You know, and quite often when we've got a job that's paying well and we've got money in the bank, we've got a roof over our head and we've got our health, we're feeling quite secure, with the base chakra also governing the physical body as well. So right now, some big decisions is stepping back, getting things sorted. A good card, but it will be more around homework, money, and security. That's going to be the priority. But at least it's a good thing. You're covering everything here. And once you've got it all sorted, then he can decide which one he wants to go into next and where he wants to go. But it's really now about looking at the big picture. A good time to maybe get a 2 or 3 year plan here. And of course, we had the new moon in Aries just at the beginning of the week. So a real time for action, for planting seeds. But a good card. And of course, red for the base chakra. So homework, money, security are going to be probably the things that show themselves the most. Now I've just seen here, Tani has come up as well. There's a few here. Natasha! Oh, Natasha, your singing bowl. I used it the other day. I took it to a lady's house. We were cleansing and clearing her home and giving her a healing. Natasha's awesome. Everybody's awesome, but Natasha, oh, we do miss you. All the way up in Townsville. All right, Kerry, let's have a look. Oh, no, sorry. Tani. Tani. All right. It's all right. There was a few going off the end of the table, and I thought, oh, it's a bit unusual. Now, you've turned my intuition card. Tough card here, Tani. This is all about going, you need to trust your gut instinct. You need to trust your intuition. You need to trust how you feel about the situation. And it does mean you may have to close the door to something or close the door to the past and move forward. I think every card we've turned today has just about been a 2. She's very protected. There's the Egyptian ankh that she's wearing there. So she's very protected in this. But your intuition right now, so what's probably going on around you is someone saying something to you. And it kind of makes sense if you look at it on paper, but your gut instinct is telling you otherwise. And unfortunately, so many people don't listen to that. We were born with it to keep us safe. You know, people's intuition is so strong. And for you, I'm going, trust your gut instinct. You're quite intuitive. And this message here just says, time to close the door to the past and move forward. But you'll probably have to make that decision from your intuition, not from your from your brain and your smarts, if that makes sense. But a good card. That intuition comes in handy, but you are protected. You don't need to worry about that. That's an Egyptian Ankh that's there, which is fantastic. Good morning, Lou. How are you? I didn't think many people would be on, and it's lovely to see everybody. Hello, Miss Haley. All right. You're very welcome. No, thank you, Tani. Thank you. All right, let's have a look again. So who was I coming down for here? Lou, that's right. Lou, you feel like you got a bit of a heavy heart at the moment. Oh, okay. You're probably not going to like me very much, but it's the card we get. This is the mental conflict card. Lou, you're overthinking here. You're in your own head. There's things running around. It's like you chasing yourself around, trying to figure out answers, maybe trying to figure out people, maybe another number 2, maybe trying to make sense of things. And this one's more about just going, you know what? I need to step back a little bit. I need to breathe. I just need to take some time. But right now, driving yourself a little bit crazy. You need to find someone that you can speak your truth to. That's why it's a blue card. So it's almost like, how can we get what's going on in here out? You know, if that's a good friend, if that's writing a letter and maybe burning it afterwards because we just need to get those words out. Or maybe it's a conversation you need to have with someone. But to stop this mental conflict, to stop this overthinking here, we really need to get the situation dealt with. Even if it's discussing it with a friend and not the person involved. Feel for you with this one. This card keeps us up at night. Makes us overthink, gives us headaches. But there is a number 2 here. So again, having some choice. There's always a choice, I guess. Maybe not always a good one, but some decisions here to be made. So I hope that was helpful, Lou. It's not my light and love card. It's more about, like I said, that mental battle that we quite often have, and we're overthinking things and it's getting to us. Feel for you. I really do. Look at everybody here. Have I missed someone? I'm just going back through just to check. No, not yet. All right, so if you'd like a card, I've got about another 10 minutes or so. Happy to turn you one. Oh, you're welcome, Lou. Natasha. Right, a card. I love it. Pick me. Let's have a look. Miss Natasha. I don't know what the universe is playing at today. You seem to be the bearer of not bad news, but just sober news. This one here, memories of love. So it is time to let someone or something go, but we don't let it go in anger, and we don't let it go because, you know, we're scorned or we're upset, or it's about going, it's been what it has, but now it's time to let you go, but I wish you well. Normally this can be a person that it's time to let go of, or a situation, but we're letting it go with love. I guess another scenario for this is also, sometimes we have, and this isn't the case, but just an example, we have someone, maybe a relative that we love very, very much, and their health has put them maybe in hospital or into a home, and they might, you know, have dementia and Alzheimer's, and I've seen that happen to someone, and it's a horrible journey to watch play out. And in the end, them often just being, you know, a human in a bed. And when they do pass, it's almost kind. because they can then be released from this. And as much as we love them and we miss them, it's memories of love. It's a letting go. So that's this kind of card. It's very sentimental. It's very emotional. But it's hard to explain because it's about love, but a loss, but one that you're happy to let go of at the same time. Bit confusing, but yeah, all around the heart there. So Natasha, sending you lots of love. And Natasha, whenever I think of you, I think of dancing and music and having a laugh and great cakes and cheekiness. All right. Who else? I'm going to try and do this more often. I'm getting more and more days now where I'm at home and I'm doing online readings. So if I get time in between, I will be jumping up on online and turning cards for people and having a chat. If you've ever got a subject or a topic or a question, please let me know. Happy to answer those as well. Oh, Natasha. Yeah. Just saw your message there. Tara, can I please have a card? You certainly can. All right. All right, I'm going to do the next card, which will be for Tara, and then I'm going to do one for Hayley, who has been dobbed in. All right, let's have a look. So for Tara first. Oh, interesting, Tara. You have my fertility card here. So couple of meanings. It's a number 3 because it's the number of creation. So we've got new beginnings happening. See all these new shoots in her hair here, her head and heart on the same page, her heart glowing. So the fertility card is about the birth of something new. It can also be a pregnancy around you, or maybe a pregnancy around someone that you know. If this is something maybe you're not wanting right now, making sure we look after that contraception. And this one here, like we said before, the birth of something new. This is a bit like I Am Woman, Hear Me Roar. And that's why I love this card, because this is new beginnings. And they're just coming in. They're just starting. Usually we've worked towards these or we've been waiting for them. But a fantastic card. And 3, the number of creation. So I'd hold on, because you've got something big coming here and a nice new beginning, which is fantastic. Oh, yes, Natasha. Oh, I love that you came online. It says here, great to see you. Thanks for your thoughts. I can't see you. It's such a shame. But yes, always good to hear from you. All right, Miss Hayley. I reckon this one might be some trouble. Oh, yeah. Serious cards all day today. This one here, this is my Trapped in Fear card. Just try and get the light out of the way. This is Trapped in Fear. All right. It's blue. Again, time to speak your truth. How do you really feel? And sometimes the hardest person to do that with is ourselves. And just because we know better doesn't mean we do better. So normally with this card, it's like, I know I should do this, but I fear it, so I'm going to wait. Because what he's doing is he's wearing his heart on his sleeve. That's why he's wearing the green. But the universe is shining in and going, come on, come out. You need to do these things. And he's kind of closing the window and going, yeah, no, not today. I'm going to wait a little longer. That doesn't take the fear away. That just prolongs it. And I heard an interesting quote the other day, and it was, fears are not facts. And I think it just made me go, absolutely. Quite often with myself, you know, I often have that anxiety and I'm worried about all these things that are going to happen. And then I'm like, hang on, they haven't happened yet. And it's not fact that they're going to happen. You never know, we might all win the lotto tomorrow. But this one here saying to you here, trapped in fear at the moment. This could be the fear of leaving a situation. This could be the fear that, oh my God, is this really what it is? It could be the fear of going into a new position at work or a new opportunity. But the problem is you're kind of just shying away from it because we're fearful. We all do this. It's quite hard to move forward through it. But again, just speaking your truth. And like I said, I find that really hard to do. But you wear your heart on your sleeve. You know you do. So in the end, your heart will win. In the end, you're going to do what your heart wants, no matter what the head says. So, you know, and I've seen people take 10 years to do that. They knew, but they just kept telling themselves, no, it's too scary, it's too hard, it's too big. And I'm like, when you're ready, you will open that window and the sun will come in and it's going to help bring you out and get you where you need to be. But trapped in fear, very human of you. But you'll move forward from this. I know you will. I know the genes you got. You're going to move forward. All right. I'm going to turn one more card now. I've got to do my next reading. However, we'll do a card for the day, maybe an overall card for everybody. And like I mentioned, I'm going to be trying to jump on here so much more. People need messages right now. They need some validation. So, oh look, Hattie's been dobbed in now. It's all right. We've all had our mothers ripping us a new one. All right, let's have a look for an overall general card for everybody. That fertility card just jumped out again. You all better watch out. All right, let's have a look. General card for everyone watching. Ooh, okay. This one kind of jumped out, so I'm going to take it. This is the authority card. So this card's all about, at the moment, just watch any legal documents, watch official things around you, make sure you read the fine print, don't speed, don't park in the wrong spot, because authority is watching, especially if anyone at the moment is looking at contracts or work contracts, buying a house, could be a credit card, could be a lease, could be a rental agreement. It's just saying here, read the terms and conditions, make sure that you know them. It's not saying don't do it. It's also just saying here, authority's watching. So, you know, make sure you put your tax in right. Make sure that you're doing the right thing. And all should work out well. But it is a time around here where you might have a lot of documents coming up or official matters that need to be dealt with. I do hope for everybody they're not too bad. And this is interesting because I've had this week already. I've had emails from a couple of different things where I'm going to have to pull out the agreement and say, well, no, that's not what it was. Like I said earlier, it feels a bit Mercury retrograde at the moment. Communications seem a little bit crazy. But then again, we did have that new moon in Aries, and we all know Aries energy. I'm in Aries, so it can be full on and intense. It's God of War. We want to go into battle. We want to fight for ourselves. We want to fight for others. But that new moon was a really good time to plant seeds and start moving forward. I really love this afternoon, and I really look forward to doing this again very shortly. And like I said before, if you have any questions or things that come up, or you have something that you'd like me to talk about, I'm thinking more of getting on and sort of doing some mornings or some talks about chakras and crystals, helping people with some different remedies that you might be able to do. I think that's a good idea. You know what's great is no one can answer me right now, not verbally anyway, so I can just babble on, which is what I'm good at. All right, it's been great to turn these cards this afternoon and see so many names here and people that I just adore, and those people that I get to meet. Have a great afternoon. Yeah, I'll talk about crystals. We can do lots of talking about crystals. I'm thinking of maybe even running maybe a particular time where you can get online, and I might do sort of maybe 5 weeks, 1 day a week where I get on and talk about crystals, and then maybe one part where I talk about chakras, and lots of different topics. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, everybody, have a great afternoon, and I will talk to you all